Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming in from Sutopolis City where the Aqua are hosting the Mythicals, and both these sides are looking to improve their season drastically as that Sandstorm ability does kick up the Sandstorm. Let's have a look at this tail of the tape because the Aqua are in 17th place. They desperately need to get themselves into a Leader's 8 position, but the Mythicals are no better off, currently sitting on the bottom of the leaderboard in that wooden crown position, but they have shown they can go on impressive runs. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the water types? Will it be the rock types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, unfortunately for the Mythicals, they have lost their last 3 games, but it is that massive crunch from Tyranitar onto that Unovian Samurai to start out, but Blastoise responds with the Thunder Wave onto Tyranitar to leave it with that paralysis that's also going to potentially make it unable to move and slow it down, and Samurott does follow it up with the Spite to immediately cut into the PP of Tyranitar by 4 there as well, but it is Rhyperior joining Tyranitar, going with the Psy Strike onto Samurott, and thankfully it's not Hisuian, so it doesn't have that part Dark typing, and there is that Sandstorm already coming into play, doing that chip damage onto both Blastoise and Samurott, who's taken a lot of damage as Blastoise now has that speed control. It is going to go for the Poltergeist, and they are putting all their attention, it seems, into Tyranitar, but that is not very effective on the Dark Rock type. Samurott is going to follow it up with the Bulk Up, so it is going to boost that 100 base physical attack as well as that physical defense, and Rhyperior is going to respond with the knockoff to just eliminate Samurott from this match. Those stat boosts do not matter now whatsoever because the Skulls have taken the early lead, knocking off the Leopard Break in the process, but unfortunately Tyranitar is unable to move due to that paralysis, which is great for the Aqua because Blastoise is all by itself, but it is now joined by Iron Bundle, who immediately is going to go for that quick attack, doing very little, not very effective damage to Tyranitar, and Blastoise follows it up with the Noble Roar, switching its attention to Rhyperior here, which is going to lower that physical attack as well as that special attack. Has 140 base physical attack as well. You want that lowered as it responds with the Astonish, doing very little to Blastoise there, and yet again Tyranitar is unable to move due to its paralysis, which is great for the Aqua, who are feeling the effects of that Sandstorm, doing that chip damage to both Iron Bundle and Blastoise, as Iron Bundle now going for the Slam, but that is going to be avoided by Tyranitar, leaving Blastoise to have to do the heavy lifting here, but it goes for the Shelter, so it is going to be boosting that 100 base physical defense a great deal. However, Rhyperior is going to go for the Scary Face, trying to lower that speed of Blastoise on the field, not worrying about Iron Bundle, who does have 136 base speed, so they're just going to leave it there as Tyranitar yet again is unable to move due to that paralysis. It is as bad as the Skulls losing streak happening 3 times in a row. Iron Bundle, though, is going to dive. It's going to hide underwater. This will be super effective regardless of who it connects with. Rhyperior with the Syrup Bomb, but it goes for Iron Bundle, who is still underwater. Tyranitar finally able to shake off that paralysis, goes for the Horn Leech, super effective onto Blastoise, and it's going to restore some of its health in the process, almost getting itself back to full strength, as Blastoise is going to go for the Esper Wing, but it makes the mistake of going for Tyranitar, who is immune to Psychic type moves, and finally that Sandstorm has subsided here in Sutopolis as that dive is completed. Super effective, massive damage to Tyranitar. Rhyperior responds with the Freeze Dry, going for Blastoise here, putting it into knockout range with that super effective move. However, Tyranitar is unable to capitalize because yet again that paralysis comes into play, allowing Blastoise to go for the Psy Beam, this time changing its focus to Rhyperior, getting some good damage, and there is that Milk Drink for Iron Bundle here, restoring its health back to full strength. Rhyperior is going to go for the Nasty Plot here on the field, boosting its special attack that was lowered earlier, and Tyranitar is able to go for the Baton Pass. It has had enough of being paralyzed. It's going to go back to the bench, take a break, and in its place it is Rampardos coming out for the Mythicals with that Mold Breaker ability, as well as Blastoise is going to go for the defense kill, yet again boosting that physical defense, but it is such an easy target on the field right now with that low health. You get the Supersonic from Iron Bundle on to Rampardos, who has a massive 165 base attack, so you want it doing damage to itself and not to your team. As Rampardos does need to shake off this confusion, it is successful, able to go for the Hone claws, so it's going to boost that attack that we were just talking about, as well as boosting that accuracy. And Rhyperior follows it up with the substitute. It is going to cut into its own health to put that substitute out on the field, take damage for it, as Blastoise is going to go for the Tail Whip. It's boosted its own defenses. Now it's going to lower the defense of Rampardos. An Iron Bundle with the Icicle Spear, trying to get this substitute off the field, as it is going to be taking the damage for Rhyperior from this multi-hit move, but it's only able to get 2 connections. Will that be enough? No, I do not believe it is. That substitute is still on the field, and Rampardos is still confused, and it is going to be doing damage to itself. Massive damage as well there. If it does it again, it will take itself out of this matchup, as we get the Mist Ball from Rhyperior onto Iron Bundle. A fantastic connection, as well as it is also going to lower that special attack of Iron Bundle. Blastoise is going to go for the Malignant Chain, trying to get rid of this substitute now with this not very effective move. And it is successful in getting that substitute off the field, so Rhyperior is going to be open to damage, and it is on the receiving end of this Gunk Shot from Iron Bundle, which is not very effective, doing very little damage. And finally, Rampardos has snapped out of its confusion, allowing it to go for the Petal Blizzard. Are you sure it's not still confused? Because it's just taken out Rhyperior, but it's taken out everybody. It's gotten the huge play, taking out Blastoise and Iron Bundle. Rampardos is all by itself on the field now, and we know that it is going to be getting joined by Tyranitar, but it is going to be Dragalge coming out for the Pseudopolis Aqua, as well as Dondozo. And if you're wondering why Dragalge is here, it is because it is the Terrestrial draftee for the Aqua, as that Sandstorm ability is going to kick up another Sandstorm. And unbelievably, the Skulls have massive control over the Aqua at the moment. They've only lost 1 Pokemon. The Aqua are down to their last 3. This may be a repeat of what happened in Victory Road when the Skulls actually eliminated the Aqua last season, as Rampardos goes for the Wild Bolt Storm. More super effective damage connecting with both water types, and it's left Dragalge with that paralysis as well. Remember, Tyranitar also has that paralysis to contend with, as it's on the receiving end of the Darkest Lariat from Dondozo, which is not very effective. Tyranitar looking to respond with the Teeter Dance, and yet again Rampardos is going to be left confused here. Thanks to its teammate, it will need to shake it off, because we know it did so much damage to itself last time, but both water types on the field are also going to be feeling the effects of that confusion, so they'll also need to shake it off. And Dragalge, the first one with that opportunity here, and it is unable to move though due to its paralysis. I don't know if that's a win or a loss for the Aqua. We will find out soon, as that Sandstorm is going to be doing that chip damage yet again to the Aqua here. As Rampardos, it needs to shake off his confusion. It cannot afford to do damage to itself. It is successful. It goes for the Weather Ball, capitalizing on the Sandstorm here. Going for Dragalge. Fantastic damage, putting it into knockout range as well. And Dondozo also successful in shaking off its confusion. Goes for the high jump kick and eliminates Tyranitar with that super effective damage. The Aqua needed that one on the board, and Dragalge with the opportunity to follow it up. It needs to not do damage to itself. It may run the risk of taking itself out of this match. It does do damage to itself, but it is able to hold on. But that Sandstorm is still in play. It's going to do damage to Dondozo. It's going to do damage to Dragalge. Dragalge needs to hang on, and it's able to buy a thread, as it is going to be Minior coming out now for the Pewter Skulls with that Shields Down ability being deactivated. It is going to be in its Meteor form, going with the Sludge Wave. It's already got the speed control, and it does damage to everybody on the field. It's not very effective on its teammate, but it has left Rampardos with that poisoning, and it's going to take Dragalge out of this matchup, continuing that momentum for the Pewter Skulls. Here, Dondozo needs to go for something big, but Rampardos should be able to move first, but it needs to shake off this confusion. As I said, it will take itself out of this matchup, and that is what actually happens. The confusion that was set up by Tyranitar has taken out Rampardos. Dondozo has a huge opportunity to capitalize. It's snapped out of its own confusion. It could go for a super effective move. It goes for the Metal Claw, gets in good damage there, does do super effective damage, but not enough to level the playing field, as it is on the receiving end of that Sandstorm damage. It is going to be Colossal coming out for the Pewter Skulls. The last Pokemon for the Aqua is Kingdra, and immediately Kingdra is going to go with the Whirlwind, sending Colossal back to the bench. They want to know who the last Pokemon is, and it's revealed to be Garganacl being dragged out onto the field here, as Minior is going to go for the Coil instead of going on the offensive. It is going to boost that physical attack as well as that physical defense and that accuracy, as Dondozo is going to go with the Head Smash but that is going to be avoided by Minior here. But what is not going to be avoided is that Sandstorm doing damage to both Kingdra and Dondozo, who has been put into knockout range. Kingdra is going to go for the Rock Smash, super effective there onto Garganacl, and Minior is going to respond by setting up the Sunny Day, so they're actually going to get rid of that Sandstorm as that Sunlight will turn harsh. Garganacl is going to go for the active pressure, helping out Minior here by boosting its accuracy yet again. It may go for a one-hit knockout move as the Stun Spore is not going to work thanks to that Purifying Salt that Garganacl has. Kingdra though is going to go for the Stored Power, doing very little damage to Garganacl, allowing Minior to go for the Ice Spinner onto Dondozo. And it also does very little damage. Dondozo holds on the Zen Headbutt from Garganacl, gets a good connection there onto Kingdra. Dondozo responds with the Sand Tomb, super effective there onto Garganacl, and it is going to trap it in that quicksand. As we see down on the field, it is doing that passive damage, chipping away at the health of Garganacl. That's what the Aqua need, as Kingdra follows it up with the Drain Punch. It is going to restore its own health with that super effective move, putting Garganacl into knockout range. It is such an easy target. That Sand Tomb may finish it off, but first Minior goes with the Tachyon Cutter. This double hit move connecting twice onto Kingdra. Unfortunately, it's not very effective. However, as Garganacl is going to follow it up with the Teleport, it's going to get out of the quicksand. It's going to go back clever there, as out in its place does come Colossal, and it is going to be Dondozo going for the Electro Web. This is going to be super effective onto Minior thanks to that part Fire type and lowering the speed here of both rock types on the field. But that Shields Down ability now being activated, you have to think Minior is going to still have speed control on the field, and that it does. Going with the dual Wind Beat, that first connection though takes Dondozo out. Kingdra has 3 ground types, rock types. The Pewter Skulls are going to come after me with that one. The Skulls, 3 Pokemon remaining. Kingdra with the Tearful look. I think they might be actual real tears. It doesn't want to have to deal with this, lowering that physical attack of Colossal as well as that special attack. It is going to respond by trying to go for another Sunny Day, but that Sunny Day is still set up as Minior is going to go with the Solar Beam, capitalizing. So Colossal was trying to help it out. It's only going to take one turn. It absorbs the light, and it goes for that Solar Beam onto Kingdra. Massive damage to that Dragon type and preventing it from being super effective. Kingdra responds with the upper hand, but unfortunately that is going to fail. It definitely does not have the upper hand right now. We get our first time warning as the guard swap from Colossal onto Kingdra, switching all changes with those defensive stats between the two as the harsh sunlight finally fades over the field. Minior with the spin out, trying to finish off this match, finish off Kingdra, who's able to hold on from that not very effective move. It is an easy target. That speed has been lowered for Minior. Kingdra with the mist, it needs to ride that surf or something. And it is going to be Colossal with the Inferno to finish Kingdra off with that not very effective move, but effective enough to get the victory for the Skulls, and they needed this to end that 3-game losing streak, trying to get themselves off the bottom of the leaderboard, which they have, moving themselves up to 18th place, as next round they are going up against the Castelia Pinchers, whereas for the Aqua next round they're going up against the Viridian Magma, who are now on the bottom of the leaderboard. So with that said, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.